Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be doing all of my German items that I have here. I have two canteens, both from World War II, German coins from World War I, World War II, and the Cold War. I have this German Bakelite gas tablet case with the powdered tablets inside. Technically the tablets, they're powder now, so that's why I say that. Don't remember the German name for it, but you know, I'm sure someone can correct me down below, or I'll correct myself later in the video, because this is just the intro. I have this German metal here, which I'll take out of the bag, and I have all these banknotes, which I am not going to talk about yet, but that'll be towards the end of the video. So we're probably going to start off with the canteens, then the coins, then that, and then this. So the way I'm going to set this up is going to be the same as how I did my 1 hour video, which was my past video, all of my American stuff in one video. So yeah, hopefully you all enjoy this video, and I'm going to say a few more words. So before we get started with this video, I just wanted to say a few things. Wanted to say, hope you all had a great Christmas. We're just like 2 days away now from 2026. It's currently December 29th. So I'll be uploading this video sometime today because, like I said, this is time of the recording. Same day that I'm uploading this, hopefully. Yeah, hopefully y'all have a great Christmas, and I hope y'all have a great New Year's, because between now and New Year's, this will be my last video of 2025. Maybe I'll do a short at most. But I think, if anything, that's probably all I'll do between now and then. That's about it. So, yeah. Hopefully y'all enjoy this video. Hopefully it's not going to be nearly as long. Maybe it'll be like a 10 to 20 minute video at most. But we'll see. Maybe it'll be longer. I don't know. We'll see. Because, I mean, seriously, when I was recording that, all my American stuff in one video, I thought it was going to be like a 30 to 40 minute video. Little did I know, that was an hour long video. So I am sorry for putting y'all through that. I did not expect it to be 1 hour. But either way, I hope y'all enjoyed it. But yeah, I'm going to get into the video now, and we're going to start talking about all these items that I have. Alright, so we're going to start off with the canteens. I have all that stuff there. Ignore that. I just have that as a little paperweight to hold that down because I didn't want them flying away because of my fan. I also wanted to smooth them out a little bit more. Those are banknotes. So, yeah, we're going to start off with these two canteens. I'm not going to get too heavily into them. I've already done videos on both of these. This, I believe, is an M31 canteen, which you can see there's some markings on it. Guess someone who used this during the war may be marked on it. I'm not too sure. This cap, I bought it separately from this canteen. When I bought this canteen, it came with this cap. When I bought this canteen, it did not come with this cap. This cap I bought separately for this canteen. Later on bought this canteen, put the cap that I bought for this canteen on. It's really confusing. I can maybe go over that one day in a short if I really have to, because I still have the little, it was like a cork. When I bought this, it was like a little like rubber cork in it. I don't know why in the world someone sold it with that, but they did. So I bought some canteen caps and stuff like that. So, but I think, at least this one, I think was dug up on a battlefield. Possibly the same with this canteen cap, who knows. But I mean, this one's nice. It's a FSS 40 cap. As you can see in the body is an FSS 41. So, I believe the canteen body was actually dug up in Latvia, if memory serves me correct. Either Latvia or Estonia. I can't specifically remember which one, but it was something like that. This is an M31 canteen made of aluminum, so super nice. I can actually probably unscrew this real quick if you'd like. There we go. You can see that's what it looks like if I unscrew it. As you can see, FSS 41. Now I'm going to screw this back on. There we go. Just makes it easier doing that because I like hugging it into my armpit or something like that. Just makes it easy. But this canteen, this is like a coconut canteen. This is commonly associated with North Africa and stuff like that, but is in fact not used by them in North Africa. This is more of like Italian campaign, like, you know, during the whole Italian campaign and like the invasion of France and stuff like that, kind of later on in the war, basically, I believe. So, and I believe this is the setup they would have had for this. I mean, I'm sure that on these M31 canteens they would have probably had a similar Bakelite cap, but I felt weird putting that, you know, cap on this one because that just matches so well to me. So I mean, I just like it personally. I think it looks better. And this cap is marked, let me zoom this in a little bit, as you can see right there, maybe a little bit. You can see a bit of a marking, not too sure what that is, but I don't think it has a date or anything on it. But this canteen body is marked DR, let me zoom this in a little bit actually, DRGM HRE 41, and then you can see DR, I guess that's a P, and ANGM. So if I take this off real quick, this cap, I just want to show you the inside of it. See, you can see that in the cap there's this little thing. I'm not sure if that's been in there ever since this cap was like dug up or whatever, but you can see there is one interesting thing. You can still see a bit of the leather from the leather strap that would have been on it. This was on this canteen when I purchased this body canteen, so someone probably dug it up like that, but who knows, I'm not too sure. Maybe I'm wrong, it could have just not been dug up, but I think it's interesting when you look at this whole like shell, like this coconut shell is just basically on a body of a canteen similar to this. In simple terms, it's a little more complicated than that, there's a bit more to it, but just in simple terms, that's kind of what it is. It's just a shell like this to insulate this, so they didn't have to use like the whole felt cover, because something like this would have been like a whole felt cover and all that stuff, and if you know anything about felt, when it gets wet, then you know it's not great. So especially with the American canteen covers like from World War One and Two, because the thing is, like this one for example is not this one here is a Vietnam, sorry, not Vietnam, wait, is it Vietnam? Well, somewhere around there, like Korean War, Vietnam era, stuff like that. They still had felt in them, so in the inside it was felt though, which if I open it up, you can see it's felt. Not, you know, wouldn't exactly look the same, but, you know, same concept essentially, just, you know, the felt's inside on theirs, on the American ones, and on the outside it's canvas, whereas on the German ones it was the felt on the outside, I believe, if memory serves me correct. So we'll throw these canteens to the side real quick and we're going to get on to the next thing. So now we're going to be going over all these coins I have from 1918 to around, I think, one of these is 1970, as you can see. I kind of didn't organize them as much as I should have, but they work. So we're going to start off with this one here from 1918. Which I can zoom into 3x, as you can see. Well, actually, let me zoom to 2x. I'll probably make it work better. I'll just drag it right here. You can see that's what the front of it looks like. Kind of hard to see it, but if you get it in the light a little bit, you can kind of see it a bit better. If I turn it around this way, you can see it is a 5 penning from 1918. There you go. All right. Zoom that out and put it back. I'm going to slide it right there so I know I talked about it. That'll just make my life easier. And see, I have this. This is when we start getting into the Nazi era of coins. This one's from 1938. I'm going to zoom in a bit. And then I'll turn this around, which I turn it the wrong way all the time. But it's another 5 Reichspfennig. And this one is a G marking. Forget where that means it's from. I have a whole book on where they're all from. I've done a whole... I dropped that on the floor. I've done a whole video on when they're from. Like, I did a whole video on these, so I'm sure you can go back and try to find them. So yeah, let me pick up this pen, this coin real quick. Alright, now we're getting into the 1941. So this is where we start getting into the zinc ones. These are not in as good of condition, but this one is a 1940, as you can see. If I have to, I can pick it up and shine it in the light a little bit. See? 1940. It's a 1 Reichsfinning with another G marking. I'm just going to slide them all over there, like I said, when I'm done with them. Next one is my two 1941s. Zoom in a bit. They're going to be really hard to see from now on because they're a bit messed up, as you can see. This is how I purchased them. They had like junk all over them, probably from being dug up or something, if I had to guess. I'm not too sure. I can't remember if they were dug up or not, but you can see this is a 1941. Super hard to read it, but it's a 1941. And this one has an A marking on the bottom. And then this one here is another 1941, super hard to read. If I zoom out a little bit, maybe it'll be a little bit better. This one's another 41 with an let's see what this is, with a B marking. So now we get into my three 1942s here. Put those like this. Okay, zoom in a little bit. These are going to be kind of hard to read, but they're all three 1942s. This one's just really hard to tell what it is. I think there might be a duplicate somewhere in here. I can't remember which year it's for, but you can see if I turn them all over, which I need to turn the other way apparently. There we go. You can see, super hard to pick it up on camera, but this one has an, let me see. That's a B marking. It's just super hard to pick up. That one's an A marking. And then that one might be another B marking, I think. Let me see. No, it's a D marking. Okay. It's just really hard to figure it out because they're like, my phone doesn't pick it up as well. So now we're going to get on to my 1943s. So this one's 1943. All three of these are 1943. This one is a... These are all ones, by the way. These ones from 1940 to 44 are going to be ones. So you can barely tell what some of these are. They are very hard to read. I think that's a B. Looks like a B. So that's a B marking. This one here is a 1943, pretty nice looking. This one is a B marking. And then this one here, another 1943, not too bad either. This one is an A. So now we get into my two 1944s. I think if anything, this might be a not a 1 hour, but maybe like an under 30-minute video. We'll see though. So this is my 1944. This one is a, zoom it into 3x. D marking. If anything, maybe I'll get a pinned comment or something like that. because I'll probably do a pinned comment to the American like 1 hour video, but I'll probably also end up doing one for the coin markings, if I remember correctly, if I can do that, because I can always do that. So let me read what this one is. This one's super hard to read. This one's not in very good condition. This one looks to be a B marking. Super hard to read it, but you can see it looks like either a B or a D. It's a B. Okay. So that's all of my kind of, now we're like World War I and World War II era coins. We're getting into the Cold War era of coins now. So we're going to start off with these two, with these 10, then this 1, then this, I think these are 50s? Yeah, 50s. So, this one here, these two here, they're both 1950s. So, and I believe they're both F markings. Wait, oops, there we go. You can see in the top F, in the top another F, right? Yeah, both F's. This one's really nice looking personally. So we're gonna slide them over there. This one here. Another one like that, but from 1970. This one has an, I think that's a D. So that's another one. And then I have this one. What is this? You can see this is the front, I guess, or this is the back. I'm not too sure which one's supposed to be the front and the back. But it's a 1 mark from 1959, so Cold War era. You can see it has an F marking, so that's still a pretty nice coin nonetheless. You can see, I go here, these are both from 1950. They are, if I spin them around a little bit, two different markings. They're 50 Pfennigs. Both, this one's an F marking, this one's a, what looks to be a J, which, is it a J? Let me move this one out of the way so you can actually get to focus. That's what it looks like. Looks like a J marking. You can see. So that's all of my German coins. Now we're going to get into the metal. This, when I get to that, I will go and actually look at what the name of that is. But it's made of Bakelite, and then the banknotes. So now we're getting into the next two items, which is this German General Assault Badge from World War II, which I did clean up a bit, as you can see. Looks pretty nice, feels pretty nice, as you can see. And then this German Los Santin box. I had to actually look back at my notes to see if I could find the name of it, and I did. It's a Los Santin box is what it's called. And let's see if that focuses. You can see 1938. So that's like, what, like 87 years old now, I think, something like that, maybe. I think, I don't know. I might actually be wrong on that. Let's see. Pearl Harbor was 84 years ago, so yeah, no. Yeah, that was probably like, I think, I don't know, correct me down below in the comments. Math on the top of my head is not my strong suit, but as you can see, notes here. It was used to decontaminate areas of skin. Like, they'd get the tablet and they'd, as you can see, they'd get the tablet and crush it, rub it into a paste with water or saliva, and then they'd apply it to the affected area. And then after about 10 minutes, they'd rinse off the paste or wipe it with a damp cloth. And the tablets in it were this. Don't ask me how to try to pronounce this. I'll try it, but I am going to mispronounce that. It's calcium hypochlorite, I guess, if I spelled that right. So, yeah. Pretty interesting. The tablets in here, like I said, they are a powder now. I will actually open this just to show you. I'm doing this with one hand, so it's not exactly easy. I'll pause real quick and be right back. As you can see, the tablets in there, they've kind of just turned into a powder and all that. They are basically just powder, but you can see there's just this little like lid that goes over it like that. And that's really all there is to it, so I'm going to close this up now. So if there's one interesting thing I do find about this is that the date and stuff on the top, it's also on the bottom here. So it's basically on both sides like that. So now I'm going to set that to the side. We're going to look at this. This, like I said, is a German General Assault badge. Sadly, I don't really have any notes on it, I don't think. If any. I think I got rid of all my notes on it. But this was still a really nice medal. I'm not 100% sure if it's original or if it's like a replica, but I'm guessing it's original. I mean, to me it looks original. It just sadly doesn't clean up completely, but I mean, maybe I'm not doing it right either with the cleaning up, but I mean, most of it cleaned up, so who knows? Maybe I'm wrong and it's not original. Who knows? But I still think it's noteworthy to include in case it is. So I'm going to set that to the side, and we're going to get into the banknotes now. So now we're going to be going through all of these banknotes. I have a ton of them here, but I am not going to show all of them. I'm just kind of going to go through them real quick. So they're all from different years, different designs, stuff like that. Like these two are the same design from what it looks like. A lot of these are really interesting. I think really that might be the only two that have the same design, maybe. You can correct me on that if you noticed that. Which I think is interesting now that I think about it, because these two are the same design. But you can see that one is a 1915. This one here is another 1915, but different months. So you can see this is a... Well, actually, no, they might be the same month. I think it is. They might be, I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell. But they have different numbers on the bottom there. If you notice, like, there on the bottom, that's a G. This one's an A. So they have different little things there. I'm not too sure what that means. But I'm guessing that means that this number and this number are the same. And then here, this number and this number are the same. I don't know what a lot of this stuff means, but, you know. This is a November 1915. This one's probably November as well, 1915. Probably same thing, pretty much, just different condition, different numbers. Not too sure what that means, but I mean, hey, if any of y'all watching this know anything about banknotes, you're more than welcome to tell me about what you know. On the back, though, you can see, I think they're the same design on the back. Yeah, they're the same design, but that's a 20. This one here is a 10,000. So, you can see this is a 1922. This, I guess the dates, what they are, is they're either dates of issuing this series or authorizing the issuing, like the series and all that. Issuing or authorizing the series to be made and printed and all that. So, I'm not too sure how that happens. I mean, someone would probably know a bit more than me on that, but I have some. Thought they'd just be cool to show, even if I don't know as much as I'd like to know. But I'm sure there will come to be a day where I know more about these eventually. But for now, I just wanted to showcase them. So, but I think these are all really neat, considering just how old these are. Like, I mean, seriously, some of these are like 100 years old plus. Like, this is 1922 when this was issued. I don't know if that means it was made in 1922. Probably not. But, because, for example, there's one here that's really interesting. Like, you can see this one here. 1920, November 1920. What's the design on the back? Flip it. There you go. Do that. And then you can see I got this one here. I think a lot of these are interesting. This one's from, it says 1918. So I just think these are interesting. Like this one here is a 1924, and then it says 1935. So I'm not too sure what that specifically means if it has 2 dates like that. But that's a 100. This one here is a 20, 19, 24, and a 29 there. I'm not too sure what that means. 2 different dates though. And you got this one here, which is a 25, which that says, for some reason, a 1922 there, and then what looks to be a 1920, so I'm not sure. But yeah, I think it's interesting when you look at these and try to figure it out, which sometimes it doesn't want to focus as well, but it's probably just the lighting as well and the angle. That one's a 1937, I believe. And then this one here, let me zoom out and get this one right above it. You can see this is into the Nazi era. This one's a 3942. As you can see, 1939 and a 1942. I just think it's super interesting just looking at all this and just looking at it. Like, this is a 1914. Some of these are in a bit of rough condition. They're just super soft paper, so you'd be really gentle with them, but they're super nice. I think they're just cool. They're just something that's still a part of history because they're part of the World War I and like kind of Weimar Republic German history and stuff like that. So I think in like a little bit of Nazi era for this one. So I just think it's neat because it's something that I don't necessarily get into a lot, like the whole banknote side of things. Like, I'm more into the whole military history side of things, as you can see with how much stuff I got right here. Which that isn't even all of it, that's just where I keep a chunk of it. Just the canteens and stuff like that, but, you know, I'm more into the whole military side of things. I just think this was neat, considering I got this as a birthday gift at one point. So, it's just super neat. And like I said, I don't know a lot about these, so I'll just flip these over real quick and just kind of fly through the backs of all these. So you can see this, what this one looks like. And just leave it like that for a second. And then this one, if I flip it over this way, that looks like that. This looks like, wrong way. You know, kind of fly through some of these and see that. Actually, I showed this one already. Did I show this one? I think I did. No, I didn't. I don't think I did. You can see it's got the eagle there. I think it's nice. These two I've already showed. This one, I don't think I've showed this one. Like, some of these have really nice designs. I'm not gonna lie. Like, the designs on some of these are nice. And this one here, you know, just kind of fly through these a little bit. It shows Reich's banknote. So, pretty interesting. Look there, Reich's banknote. I'm not too sure if that's just what they called it back then, just Reich's banknote. Because I always thought, you know, looking at some of that stuff, because the one thing I noticed when looking at the coins earlier, like the World War I coin I had from 1918 said, I don't think it said Reich at all, whereas the ones from like the Nazi era said Reich. So, I mean, maybe it did, and I'm thinking wrong, but I don't know. I think it's neat, though. Just a lot of cool little things. Like this tiny one here, I gotta be super careful with. Like here, you got, I don't know what this is on the back, but it's like something. But all these designs on them are just neat to me. Especially when you get to like this one. Just random stuff like that, they just look cool, but yeah. I think that's pretty much all I'm going to do for the banknotes, and I am going to end off the video right here. So to all of you who stayed around towards the end of the video right here, thank you all for watching. I think this is probably going to be around 30-minute video, so probably somewhere around there, maybe, we'll see. Maybe 25-30 minutes, we'll see. I'm not too sure off the top of my head where this is at, but yeah. I'm going to try to make this ending short and sweet. Just want to say thank y'all for all the support this year. My first video was March 19th, I believe it was, and since then we have gained 226 subscribers and almost 101,000 total views over the course of like 151 or 152 videos, whether that be shorts, live streams, videos, just stuff like that. So I want to thank you all for that. It's a lot of support, you know, because I usually like talking about stuff like this, like military items, or, you know, these banknotes that I just showed, or even, you know, over there, a current little project I have, which I'm going to talk about in the next video, which this video and my short that I will use to promote this will be my last videos of 2025. And so first few days of 2026 I'll be uploading, hopefully regularly again. It's just New Year's and Christmas and all that stuff. I don't want to upload that much because, one, I want to let everyone have time with their family, you know, have time to celebrate New Year's, you know, just all of that. And I want to take some time off a little bit, you know, so hopefully y'all can understand that. But early January, basically first few days, I'll have another video out. Like I said, I'll have a short out to promote this before the year ends. So yeah, hopefully y'all enjoyed this video. Like I said, I'm gonna go and have the American 1 hour video that I did, like my whole American military items or whatever. I'll put that down below in the pinned comment. And I'm gonna go back and look in the little notebook thing I have for my German coins and stuff like that, and see what each little letter means, if anyone wants to reference that. So I will do that after this video is uploaded. So yeah, hopefully y'all enjoyed this video, and I will see you all in the next one. If y'all ever have any video ideas or anything like that, like I say, let me know down below in the comments section, and I will see you all in the next one. Have a great day and a great night.